Monday Night Chat with Wong Chen.
Brought to you by the Member of Parliament for Subang.
Hi, welcome to Monday Night Chat episode 72. For this week, we have three segments. The first segment is going to be on Policy Monday, but we're not doing a policy thing. We're just going to showcase what we did regarding the meeting with the African ambassadors in Parliament. Number two, we're going to do the Q&A in 120 seconds. And the third one, the interns are going to surprise me, and you as well.
Hi everyone, Bala here again to give you a brief summary of what happened during our meeting with Wong Chen and the ambassadors from African countries. Some of the ambassadors include His Excellency Ambassador Imakando from Zambia, His Excellency Ambassador Kitwana Dao from Tanzania, Her Excellency Miss Anne Mutelo from Namibia, Her Excellency Ambassador Ganin from the Gambia, His Excellency Ambassador Glamini from Eswatini, His Excellency Ambassador Mohoro from Kenya. So before the meeting, Wong Chen had a brief meeting with the other committee members over breakfast to just give them an expectation of what we are expecting from the meeting and just to know what we can ask and what we will be able to do for the ambassadors. So during the meeting, we the interns were given the opportunity to sit in, although quietly, not saying anything, just observing. But it was a privilege just to be in the room among 6 ambassadors, so that was great. So Wong Chen started off with introducing the committee. The committee had YB Prabhakaran and YB Junlio as well, together with Wong Chen, representing the Committee of International Relations and Trade. So after a brief introduction about the committee, Wong Chen also talked to the ambassadors about what are the expectations they can have over the committee, about what the committee can do for them. And also, but besides that, he also talked about how the meeting is casual and they can just raise any issues they want. So we as the interns, me specifically, I was expecting a very formal meeting because it was also known to be a courtesy call. So I was expecting things to be very diplomatic, very proper, very PR. But when YB Wong Chen allowed a platform for them to raise a concern, and the things that were brought up were pretty surprising. Not very surprising, but coming from their perspective, it was something they shared passionately about. One thing that struck me was the fact that the racism against people from the African countries are very, very bad. So students that come here legitimately to study, they're stopped at the side of the road, harassed for their documents, and even after providing them with relevant documents and proving that they are actually students from certain universities, they are still harassed for more information, and they even brought up to lockups to stay overnight. So this is something that is pretty serious. And the worst thing was, even an ambassador is not spared from this kind of treatment. There was one ambassador from the Gambia who said that she brought her sister over to Malaysia, and the sister was detained in immigration at the airport, and even after the ambassador herself went down to the immigration to clear things, they were not treated fairly. And this is not the kind of treatment you would get with other ambassadors from other countries, but African countries, yeah, these treatments are apparently not rare. Yeah, so that was pretty sad. So I feel as Malaysians, we have an inherent prejudice towards Africans in our country, and yeah, this is something we should really work on. Besides that, the 6 ambassadors also expressed interest for Malaysia and African countries to increase more in their trade and investment, just to encourage more business relationship between these 2 countries.
Hi, welcome to Q&A in 120 seconds. Questions prepared by the interns. We'll start now. Number one, the motion by PAS to support Mahathir to serve his full term. First thing, PAS is not part of the government. They are the opposition. So why should they interfere in this matter? Second thing, technical. If this is a motion by the opposition, it will be recorded in the order paper of Parliament on the day, and it will be like rank number 68 or 70 or whatever it is. So it will never get debated unless Dr. Mahathir, as head of the government, says and tells the speaker that this is a government business. Then it will be elevated to number one, which then raises the issue. Mahathir has to explain why this is government business. Yeah. Otherwise, this is just pure mischief on the part of the opposition to cause more disarray. But this has happened before, mind you, because during Najib's time, he elevated Hudud's bill, Hudud's motion, and we debated it, but there was no vote done on it. Number two, there's a lot of coronavirus stories out there, and Singapore is having a period where a lot of people are hoarding and buying things. Now, in Malaysia, I don't think we should start to hoard things, but just stay in tune with what the government is advising. No reason to be panicked at the moment. Okay. Number three, Bernie Sanders' New Hampshire win. I think it is now accepted that he lost in the first caucus in Iowa. So this is a good improvement for Bernie Sanders. But the surprising thing is really Biden, and also my favorite, which is Elizabeth Warren, is going down and down. Number four, the art censorship. There's this art exhibition in the Malaysian gallery, and they have censored a artwork with Anwar's picture. This is not good. Art cannot be censored. Okay. Then lastly, the poor results of fourth quarter 2019 at 3.6. That is really difficult. I mean, normally they were expecting 4.2, 4.1. So as a result, the entire year for 2019 has been dragged down a bit. And but going forward, and this is the worrying thing, we know the fourth quarter of 2019 was weak because we could see it from consumer spending leading up to Christmas and New Year. But for the Chinese New Year, which is first quarter 2020, I've never experienced such a quiet Chinese New Year for a very long time. And with the coronavirus and also oil palm production being very low, we're looking at probably even worse first quarter of 2020, which will be announced sometime in April, May. Okay, well, that's it for, I've talked a bit too long. That's it for Q&A this week. Thank you.